What's going on, guys? It's the Podcast Boys back with episode 20. We got Quinn as our guest today.
With the nice
So
cut.
yeah, I guess let's just with the mother. I guess we'll just hop right into it. So does anyone have story times for me?
Mine's long, so you guys go first.
I have a small story time.
Let's hear
Um,
it.
so I was taking the bus home. Devin, be quiet, please. Sorry, just Devin being a wanker. So I was taking the bus home, right? I'm sitting at the back of the bus, have my music in, and all of a sudden I feel the bus go up. This is today at right after school. I felt the bus almost go up, and I go to the back of the bus, thinking like the bus just hit a curb or something, and the bus driver completely scratched the side of a Mercedes Benz. Just completely
Dude.
scratched it. I was like, "Oh
That's a big
my!"
deal.
And then the Mercedes starts chasing the bus.
Wait, the bus didn't stop? You just
No,
kept
the bus
going?
driver had no
Oh
idea.
my. That's. Oh,
So
you
they
didn't have any
chased the
idea.
bus.
Oh.
They chased the bus down for about 5 minutes, and then finally they ended up, what's it called? Just give me a second. Give me a second.
I'm wondering if, like, anyone on the
No.
passenger, like, in the bus said, like, stop? Did anyone?
No, so it was me
Yeah.
and like four other guys in there, and
Oh,
we just
wow.
we just didn't really care like at all. Just that. Sorry about that. Loud children in the background. So basically, chased us down, right? Finally gets us to stop. We pull over. It takes us 10 minutes to sort out what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
10.
Damn.
I'm sitting in the bus for 10 minutes wanting to go home. I almost got the bus and just left.
Because they have to
Instead of
exchange, like,
walking.
insurance number or whatever.
Yeah, they had to
Yeah.
do all that. So basically, we finally get going, and the Mercedes Benz, when we're driving up, he flips off the bus driver, and then he just keeps on going.
Wait, so after they exchange information, the Mercedes guy is just like that, and then they leave. That's
They
weird.
just kind of left, and the Mercedes guy just flipped off the bus driver and then kept going. So
Damn.
What?
I
What
So
a
they had a
story.
fun conversation, and then after, just like,
Yeah. Jeez.
yeah, it was like I could hear they having like a civil conversation. All I see is the Mercedes go by, and just yeah, the best.
Was it bad? Like how?
I don't think it was a bad scratch. It was like just above the wheel. It was kind of scratched up a little bit, but in terms of like how to repay it, I think it was pretty bad.
You know, I bet like the bus driver knew that the guy was chasing him down. He just didn't give a fuck. He just kept going. I
Probably.
feel.
Yeah, but it was pretty freaking weird. Like, I thought the bus had hit a curb, but it turns out it just scraped into like the whole side of the Mercedes. So I found that quite, and it was like a 10-minute chase down. Mercedes, I could just see the Mercedes behind us, and I was the.
Yo, I can't hear you. Wait, can you guys hear him?
I mean, no. Everyone's just like, no.
Oh wait, now talk.
Oh.
Now I can hear you. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Okay, shit. Sorry, someone
That's weird.
Yeah, but that was kind of weird. But what happened with you guys? What happened with my? Justin,
Okay.
why don't you tell the story of how you snapped your wrist?
Oh, that was
Told
last
that
week.
last time.
You did that.
Yeah,
Damn it! You missed that.
Yeah. My week was like, it's just pretty,
It
and
was
the
nasty.
thing is,
man.
like, since I broke my wrist, right, I missed like a week of school, and so all my teachers like pissed at me, and they're like, oh, you have to write your test that you missed, and like, I don't know, all the teachers, like, a lot of them were just like, I don't know, hard asses about it, like, oh, you have to write it like this week, and like, you shouldn't have missed those classes. You should have went online. I'm like, what? Yo, just like I couldn't. I was on like freaking
Heroin.
They're like
oxycodone.
playing balls on Cody, trying to like pick the
Yeah,
pace.
cool. Yeah, sorry. I was like,
And they're like, you have to go to
no.
online class.
I know. So yeah,
While
it's
you're
kinda
high,
lame.
dude.
But
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Imagine I'm just like, and my fingers are so swollen. Kind of funny story, I guess. I'm doing IT this term. Like we had 2 electives this term, and so I have I have IT, right, and we're working on like it's like Blender, so it's like we were making like characters and stuff. And it's really annoying because since my fingers, like my left hand is so swollen, like I can't um press the
He couldn't
shift
hit
button.
shift. It went all quiet.
So,
He's like, could someone come and hit the shift button for me?
I forget, like I lean over. I'm like, "Hey Jackson, can you press shift for me?" So he's gotta lean over, just like hold shift for me as I like click everything, and then I'm like extruding it and like shaping and stuff, and then I'm like, Jackson. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Can you like press the shift for me?" So like that's literally the whole IT class. Other than that, it's just like pretty normal week. Had school, no sports because I can't do sports right now.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
Um,
Sports are.
I did get
Still happy skiing's up though. That's a.
yeah. Sick. I got a fisheye on like Thursday. It was like $10, and it's super cool. I want to film like a skateboard edit off of it, like with it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'll be sick. But yeah, other than that, just pretty normal week.
Quinn is the I think Quinn's our first podcast guest that we have on that is on the podcast from like the farthest away. Like he's in Whistler right now. Everyone else we had is like he's the farthest, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to
like every weekend from now on, it's just straight Friday night, leave at like 5:30 ish, go to Whistler, go skiing.
Facts.
So that's the plan.
Facts. Yeah, that's very fun.
But yeah, you know what? It's good up here. The snow's, I wouldn't say it's the greatest right now, but later in the season it is. I had a whole bunch of like buddies who had places up here from last year and years before, and I've had friends who like just bought places up here. So it like this year's gonna be absolutely awesome, and it's supposed to be one of the La Nino years. So we're supposed to get like more precipitation, and it's supposed to be colder, and usually that adds up to snow. So more snow.
There you go. 200 meters of snow. Imagine.
There's like a massive cliff just landing snow and just keeps sinking.
Because I saw something on the news a couple weeks ago where it was like 200 meters of something, and for some reason I thought it said snow, and I started laughing because I just realized like how ridiculous that is. Like the only place in the world that would have that is like Antarctica or something, right?
Yeah,
Like probably, yeah. Because that would like that's dude. I wouldn't be able to leave my house. Like that'd be over my house, like by a lot.
That'd be pretty crazy. Here's a question for you. How many snow days do you think we might get this year? Because it's supposed to be one of those years where we get like a lot of snow. So.
I'm probably just gonna say 1, because we're not gonna have much of like, yeah, I'm gonna say 1 because a lot of our December, 2 weeks of it's gonna be on break, and they might like make the break longer because they might want kids to leave school like a bit earlier or something. So it might be 3 weeks, and January and February, those are like the 2 other coldest months. So, but knowing the school system, like in our area, I don't think they'll give a crap really. They might. I just think one day. I think they like with the amount of snow that is planning on being here, I think it should be more than a day. But knowing our like schooling system, it's probably gonna be like one day. And like, and if we're being realistic.
I'd say I'm with Colin, but I'd have to add I'd kind of feel like most of the kids at the school wouldn't like end up coming to school, and they just they wouldn't like cancel school, but they'd make it so like you don't do any work or you just kind of just chill out and hang out at the school until the kids who did go to school have to go home. Because there's some kids who live in like Burnaby and like have like not very good cars winter wise, so it's hard for them to get to school and all that.
Yeah, that's with like anywhere. They might not
Yeah,
have like snow tires or something.
yeah. But I would be happy if we got more than a few snow days, obviously, because take those off, go skiing. Yeah,
For
it'd
me,
be fun.
it wouldn't be. It would be like a boring snow day because, yeah, I can maybe play in the snow for a bit, but with the restrictions that are here right now, I wouldn't be able to do anything with friends. Because I can't. I don't know how to ski. Like me personally, I'd be willing to. I'm willing to go up to the mountain right now and just learn it on the spot. But the problem with
Just
that,
just strap on some skis and go skiing.
I'm so down to do that. Exactly. Not know anything, just huck it, really. But um, I'd rather like go tobogganing, but with the restrictions that are out right now, that won't happen. They might be lifted because I think from a week today or something, they're gonna give the vaccine the new. They have 4 vaccines. They're gonna give one of them to the UK. So next week the vaccine will be in the UK, and then Canada is like one of the last countries to get it. So we'll have it by like spring. So the beginning of like 2021. So hopefully next year
Yeah,
is a good
around
year.
there.
Um, dude, 2021 cannot be any worse than 2020.
No, it
It can't.
better not be.
I don't.
All those 2020 jokes are, I feel like they're pretty funny. Like the ones
Yeah.
where it's like God turned like an angel to go and put like these events in like the 2020s, like from 2020 to 2030, and the angel accidentally puts in like like only in the year 2020. Not
Yeah.
finding those 2020
Like I
because
found
when you think deeper into it, like if you put like if that actually happened, you put all those events into that one year, then wouldn't the next 9 years all be good?
yeah, the
I
rest of the
mean,
decade. People are
yeah,
speculating like what if this isn't just like a bad year? What if it's the start of like a bad decade?
that'd be harsh.
Yeah,
Well, I
really.
mean, the coronavirus, I wouldn't be surprised if this lasted another. It's never gonna go away, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was still called a pandemic. In 2 years, I would not be surprised whatsoever. I wouldn't be surprised if they still had regulations, all of that.
Yeah.
I'd be like terribly disappointed, but I would not be surprised like at all.
Yeah, maybe. Because there's always gonna be like stupid people doing like stupid
Mhm.
shit, wrecking it or something.
Yeah.
But um, hopefully, like I saw some jokes like when the obviously people aren't gonna be there for in New York in Times Square,
Yeah.
like every year, but
Mhm.
which is gonna be really weird and it would suck because a lot of people in New York that was like their tradition, but when the bell goes off or whatever, people are not gonna say Happy New Year. They're gonna say Jumanji because they want to get out of the game. I saw that, and then I saw like 2021 is gonna be like some people are saying 2021. I feel like it's gonna be worse. It can't be any worse. I think it can't be any worse than 2020 because
You know what? I'm hoping it's worse because if you think back to this year, it doesn't really seem like a lot, but it really was. Like we almost had World War III. Friggin' Australia almost burned to the ground. We had
California
killer
almost burned to the
bees.
ground too.
Yeah, we
Oregon,
had a pandemic. Like
all the
we,
smoke that was here.
Trump almost got
Yeah, because
reelected.
it blew over.
Yeah, the Trump
So
almost got reelected. The smoke, yeah, you said the hornets, the moths that were
yeah.
here.
hmm
Um,
Deaths
the deaths,
of
yeah.
everyone.
Kobe Bryant, yeah, all that
Kobe,
crazy.
the Alex guy from Jeopardy, the guy that played Darth Vader died a couple days ago.
I saw
Maradona,
that. That was.
Black Panther, aka
I am.
Chadwick Boseman.
I'm so surprised about that. That didn't get enough recognition. Personally, that didn't get enough. That didn't spread as much as I would have thought it would. That should have spread more. he had that for 4 years and he didn't tell anyone. And then finally, he tells people like a week before he dies. That's pretty crazy.
I knew he had cancer, but I didn't think it was terminal. Like,
I had no clue.
Colon cancer?
I didn't know till he passed away. It was colon cancer, I think. I
yeah,
didn't know he had it till he passed away. So, and it's so crazy because like you see him in all these like movies and everything,
yeah.
and
Looks like the superhero. I mean, he was the superhero. Like,
yeah, and then you go like look at it. It just doesn't feel real that he's
yeah.
dead. It feels like
Like,
it's fake, like a fake.
I've witnessed cancer like firsthand. Like, cancer can be like totally fine when you first get it. Like, well, not fine, but like it's not that big of a deal, and then it just all of a sudden can like be like death like taking, you know.
Yeah,
Which I feel like
like,
this was his
like
situation.
you could catch it. You could catch it early, and then like in like 3 weeks time, it
Come
could
back.
be go from stage 1 to stage 4.
Yeah, like a
And
tumor or something. Yeah.
terrible, yeah. There's a lot of, it'd be. I'm super excited to see if it happens in our lifetime. I'd be excited to see how long it'd still be taking people to figure out the cure for cancer.
I feel like there's not gonna be like one cure for cancer. I think there's gonna be multiple cures for different types. Like one cure for breast cancer, one cure for colon cancer, one like cure for brain cancer. You know,
Hmm.
but that day will come. You know, they'll think of something.
Hopefully, yeah.
I just realized we're not done story time. Me and ET still have to go.
That's true.
ET, you go first. Mine is it's kind of long.
Alright. So, yeah, so I had this week, did a math quiz. Yeah. Our friend Raph broke his laptop today.
Oh my god. We were sitting in class, and Raph literally pulls down his laptop, and he hears a crack. He picks it back up, and it's just shattered. It's just like shattered. There was nothing on it. Nothing. He just closed it, and it shattered. It was ridiculous.
There's probably like a tiny like crack or something that made it like that, or like he might have damaged it before that made it like that.
Knowing Raph, probably he would have
Yeah.
damaged it before. The real question is, I wonder how mad his mom is.
Oh, dude, his mom will. Oh his mom's gonna be so happy to see that. Like, I remember Ralph. Like, we were at Open Gym one time, and there was like a backpack, some kid's backpack in his way. So he took the backpack and he threw it across the gym, and I was like, dude, what if there's some kid's laptop in there, or like, or what if there's like something like valuable like that?
Raph's like, I don't care. It was in my way, now it's not.
Yeah.
Colin, what about your story time?
Okay, so my story time. So I've been having gym and science, this past week, and I will for a couple more weeks now. And so I have gotten a haircut. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. It was my uncle, or like my aunt's husband, which I guess is like uncle. It was his birthday, and he lives in New York, and he knows he has mutual friends with like a lot of like I guess actors or people like Broadway actors that are really famous in New York and all this. So I went to this party, and it was all on Zoom, and it was really fun. Like, I didn't think it would be that fun. It really was fun because all these people from Zoom, it was like people like came and go, but the most people we had at once was like 13 people on the Zoom call, and all these people were from like all over the world. There's people from like Utah, Chicago, New York, Vancouver, Toronto, like everywhere around the world, and we were meeting people. And what's cool is that with Zoom, like I just downloaded Zoom just for this because I hadn't had it before. And what's cool is that my uncle made like breakout rooms. So I was doing my homework at the time. So if I wanted to like still technically be in like the party, I can go into what's called like the back room. So I click on like the back room, and so I'm just by myself. And I was doing my homework, but I'm still like in the party, right? And there was like something like called like a bar or something, and people were going like in and out of the rooms, like introducing themselves or like meeting and like saying what's up. So it was really fun, and I was on the call for 6 hours because I really enjoyed it, and it was like I think it ended 11 p.m. EST. For us, it would have been like 8 or something, 9, and there was 3 people, no, 4 people. My aunt, her husband, me, and then 2 others. And this one lady that I met, she joined later on, like really late, but I met her and she was really nice. She's a cartoonist and like an actor, and everyone at the party was like important. They were either like a cartoonist, an actor, an actress, like an author or something like that. They all had like importance. So I had people asking me like, "Oh, are you an actor too?" Or like, one lady asked me if I go to like college or something. I was like, "No, I'm in high school, dude." And everyone, like I said, everyone was so important. Like they thought I was too. Which I'm not saying I'm not important, but I'm not like an author. I'm not like an actor, dude. Like I'm not anything like that. So this one lady I had on the Zoom, like you can change your name for Zoom. So I have to advertise for the boys, right? So I put subscribe to the podcast boys. And so, this one lady, in particular, I don't know if I should say her name, but she's really nice, and she was like, I noticed you have like, subscribed to the podcast boys. She's like, what is that? And I was telling her like our story of like how the podcast came to be and like, how it's going and whatnot. I showed her like the merch we have that's gonna be released, and at 100 followers, follow the Instagram, link in the description, and so. I showed the cup, and she's like, oh, that's cute, and she was telling me, I really like the fact how you guys are putting it out like once a week, and she has an Instagram series where she plays like a twin sister, so she plays one role, but it's like 2 characters, so she edits it to make it look like there's 2 of her in like the room, and it's like a comedy. I watched a couple of them, they're pretty funny. And I think she lives in New York, like Queens or something. And yeah, she was complimenting me about the podcast we have, and she was really nice. She follows the Instagram, and someone else at the party followed the Instagram. I have to plug, and so yeah, they gave me some advice that I will take, and it was really fun, a really good experience. There's this one guy, he was an author there, and he was like on the Zoom call in his bookstore, because I think he lived in New York, then he moved to what's the place where like Mike Malak's from, like yeah, and he moved there to start a bookstore, and so he had like I might have a screenshot. No, I don't think I do. There's like he made like a snake, like in like the libraries they have like all those cool like things on the wall, or like the people that work there make like cool stuff. He had like a snake that was really big, and it was like spinning. It was really cool, and like he was telling me like all the kids love it, so the kids come in and they're like and they also get a book, and then they leave. And this guy's pretty nice, because he was saying the whole purpose he made the bookstore and like moved to Connecticut to start the bookstore, because he was once like that kid that would see something in the bookstore and go in and like be attracted to something and get a book, but he wanted the kids to like get into books and have that same like feeling. So when COVID happened, his shop was open, but no one was coming in because of COVID, right? And so he put a book rack outside the store with like a bunch of books, and it was free. They're like, take one if you want to read, and he had people take them. He got them like if he had like an extra copy of like a Dr. Seuss book. If he had like 3 Dr. Seuss books, he would like put out 2 of them or something, like stuff like that, like extra copies. And so the kids would take it, and he was in his bookstore as he was on the Zoom call, which is pretty like appealing when everyone else just has. And it was funny, everyone had bookshelves in their background. Like I was one of the only people that didn't. So I don't know why.
They didn't have bookshelves, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
the party was pretty fun.
That's you know what I'm actually like, I've got to go in a second. But B, I am like really, really, really friggin'. I'm really happy that you guys are still doing this. Like this is awesome, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that it's slowly like progressing up and it's getting better and better. Like I
Yeah.
know I think almost all the kids in like our grade know about the podcast boys and that. I'm pretty sure I gotten I think Justin's gotten most like some of them to subscribe to it. I've said to subscribe to it a few times, but I'm really like almost proud of you guys for like doing this.
Oh yeah. If you guys didn't know, like Quinn was like a part of the podcast boys. He was like on one of the first episodes, and because of schedule increase, as Austin says, he had to leave sadly. But he's still out here,
Yeah.
and we'll still like he would always be like a podcast boy. You know what I'm saying? So he yeah, that's that. And so yeah, if you guys didn't know that, he was a part of the podcast boys. So. Yeah, and he's right.
Really
We've come a long way. So
like a long, long way, man. Like that's crazy.
we've been doing this for like 8 months now,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, something
6.
like that.
6 months.
How many episodes? What episode would this be? This would be, I want to say
29,
29. Yeah,
something
around
like
there.
that.
Bro, half of a
That's
year.
quite a few.
Half a year. Yo, show the haircut one last time.
Try to get the mullet in.
There we go. Nice.
Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry I gotta go so early. Have a good rest of the podcast, and I'll see you boys later. See ya.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, that's Quinn. But wait, we're done with story time, right?
I think so. I think everyone's gone.
Bro, can I go? Bro, me? Alright. So, it's gonna be pretty
I have
good
like
for you.
one kind of last thing that I want to show.
Okay, you go then.
So I talked about the fisheye. I want to see if I can put it on my webcam. So it looks like this. It's like it was $10, so it was
Wow.
actually pretty cheap for like, I don't know, tiny like webcam. I don't know because my webcam's like rounded and this thing's like massive. You can, like I don't know, you can kind of see it's like
Yo, dude.
distorted, and then if I go like really close,
That looks like almost better in a
Looks
way.
like a doorbell.
Yeah, it looks like someone's putting the camera through like the door thing, you know?
like those ring doorbells.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
It
those ring
literally looks
doorbells.
like that. Oh yeah, the ring. Oh yeah, you saw the Charlie D'Amelio thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me in.
At the big shop. Oh, let me in.
She sounded so weird. I didn't even think that was her at the beginning. She's like, Amy!
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And they take the ass and they like throw it in the wall.
That was from the movie, right? The what's it called?
I don't know what that-
It's the horror movie from like the 90s. It was it Jason or something? I don't know. It was one of those. Yeah, dude. Charlie D'Amelio, like, we should talk about that later as a discussion. Vaping Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see so much more. Like if you look at the side of my wall, it's like curved. It doesn't look like that insane on this, but on like my actual phone, it actually looks nuts. And then
Whoa, that looks so different.
yeah, it's much less less wide.
Yeah.
Alright.
Imagine
boys.
putting that on an iPhone 11, like the 0.5.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
would
let me
be-
see.
Too much. Because you can already see if you put the 0.5, if you put your fingers right here, the camera will see the fingers.
Damn.
here.
So imagine with the fisheye. Oh god.
It'll see the whole phone.
Yeah.
Okay, boys.
Like almost a
shall we go?
360 or 180. Yeah, go.
Okay. So this is gonna be pretty good for you FNAF fans out there. Okay. So it's just some Reddit posts. It's some news. So we have for if you guys know, Scott Cawthon is releasing a new game called Security Breach. We reviewed that like a few episodes ago, and Scott Cawthon just wanted to let everybody know about the release date. And I'm just gonna read what he said. Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about the release date for Security Breach. There has been some confusion since I listed 2020 as the release year on the first teaser, but now that's obviously looking less likely. Now I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence here by coming up with some lame analogy to explain what happened, so I'll just talk straight with you. So it's like I wanted to bake this cake, right? And Steel Wool, if you guys don't know what Steel Wool is, it's basically the guys who are making the game, was like, hey, we can bake that cake. And I was like, it needs to be baked by Christmas. And they were like, we can bake it by Christmas. But then I checked the oven like last month and said, hey, Steel Wool, this cake is like 3 times bigger than it was supposed to be. And they were like, yeah, it's going to be great. And I was like, yeah, but it's not going to be baked by Christmas. It's still gooey in the middle. So we had to make a choice. Should we trim the cake and make it smaller for Christmas, or should we let the cake keep baking for a few more months, leave it as a 3-tier cake, and add frosting, ice cream, and sprinkles? We discussed and decided to let the cake keep baking. But hey, in all seriousness, I'm sorry that it's not ready as soon as I planned. These conversations did happen, sort of. When I got the first alpha, I actually did complain about the fact that the game was huge. I didn't see any way it could get finished on time. It's a huge, ambitious game, and with the added complications of everyone working from home this year, it just wasn't going to be ready in time for Christmas without cutting content. But I wasn't willing to do that because it all looked amazing. Wait till you see Montgomery Gators golf course. As it stands now, 2021, it will be worth the wait. Early 2021, not late 2021. So yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
So the analogy is good, and it's also bad because if I wanted to make a cake by Christmas, and I like it was for Christmas dinner, like my family was coming over, I was getting it prepared,
Yeah.
and my family are expecting a cake by Christmas dinner, so I wouldn't just be like, now let's just wait till January. But at the same time, I get what he's saying. He's like, should we make it better or just But I if I was in that situation, obviously, dude, I'd buy a cake from Save On. I don't know how to make a cake, but you know.
Yeah. I'm actually so excited for that game.
I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. Hopefully, I have
Yeah.
enough money for
And
it.
he's like, wait till you see Montgomery's Gators golf course. That sounds pretty creepy.
It sounds like
and
a
scary.
open world. There's so much stuff to it.
Yeah. I imagine like a golf course just at night, like a mini golf, and it's just like you have to use a flashlight or something.
Dude, I'd play mini golf there, bro. Get the
Yeah.
boys.
It's gonna be so good. Alright, next news about FNAF. So, wait, is this a lot? Oh yeah, this is gonna be quite a lot.
Dude,
But-
you're not telling me you're gonna read the whole thing, right?
Bro, why not? It's good.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, bad news about the FNAF movie. Hi everyone, before we get to the bad news concerning the state of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I wanted to share a brief history of the FNAF screenplay. It's been a long road, so let's take a look at some of the screenplays that have come and gone over the years in no particular order, or feel free to skip to the end really quick to see the bad news, and then come back and enjoy the list. Some of these came from big studios, some from big directors, some from me, and some from other hired writers. I give the screenplays a name, and I'll include a brief synopsis, as well as what ultimately led to each screenplay being rejected. Let's get started. The F screenplay. Basic setup. Group of teenage troublemakers break into Freddy's. Chaos ensues. Problem. Although a pretty basic setup, there were a lot of odd choices. The story ended with our protagonist in a secret underground animatronic factory that was designing robots for the government. Verdict. What the? Straight away too far from source material. Toss. Yeah. So that one basically had to do with the government, which I guess was kind of weird. So, yeah. Here we go. The Plushies Take Manhattan screenplay. Basic setup. Plushies take Manhattan. Manhattan. Problem. Plushies take Manhattan. Verdict. Burn with fire. The Random Charlie screenplay. Basic setup. Charlie and friends sneak into Freddy after hours to retrieve a lost toy. Problems. Although sharing names of familiar characters from the series, these characters had nothing to do with their game and book counterparts. So featuring similar familiar elements of the game, it seemed too loosely based on the game and lost a lot of its impact because of it. Verdict felt like a random bag of FNAF elements with no real stakes. Meh. The Silver Eye screenplay. Basic setup. Kara and I both worked on 3 versions of a Silver Eye screenplay over the course of about a year, trying to find the right approach to the story from the first book. So I guess they're trying to base it off like one of the books. I think I haven't read any of the books, but they seem good. Probably called Silver Eye, like one of the books. They're trying to like continue. Problem. These were the first attempts I made myself to write a screenplay after realizing it was going to be difficult to find someone else who understood the lore well enough to do it. I understand what he said, like honestly. Like I bet you like none of the writers like know what FNAF is. Like he has to explain
Yeah.
like so much.
All right, guys. Look, you know, let's start the bite of '87, right? So there's a bunch of weird ass animatronics, you know, and they all have, you know, I don't even know where he would begin, dude. He has to obviously find a writer that knows the story, like that. Like they've had to read every single book, they've had to watch every single Jacksepticeye Let's Play, they've had to watch, you know, they'd have to know everything. So I get that.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, it also meant these screenplays suffered greatly from my inexperience at writing. Even Kira, with her writing expertise, couldn't save them. Verdict. Although these had some good elements, I ultimately decided to focus on making a screenplay from the games and not from the books. Yes, this is good. I like that idea. Okay, the pawn shop screenplay. Basic setup. A kid who watches after a pawn shop finds trouble when an animatronic is brought in. It turns out Freddy has been robbed, and the animatronics were taken to different locations for sale. The other animatronics come to one of the retrieve the one at the pawn shop, and the kid and his friends get roped into adventure. Problems. A creative approach, but felt a little too much like a boy and its animatronic. Too much after school adventure, not enough for verdict. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay, let me see. Okay, we have a little bit more left. Okay, Cassidy screenplay. Basically set up diving deep. The screenplay packed in a lot of lore following the story of Cassidy. Problems. Spanning multiple time periods, following multiple characters and featuring lore from multiple games. This was pretty set. Wait. Oh shoot, Justin left. Okay. Okay, I'll just keep going because you're recording. Where was I? I'll just go. It may have been satisfying to the most hardcore fans, but it would have left the majority of people confused and lost. Hey, wait, maybe this was the most accurate screenplay. Verdict. Ultimately, more of a visual encyclopedia than a movie. This just wasn't satisfying, even to me. Out. Okay, the Misfit Kid screenplay. Basic setup. Single mom brings her kid to a new town. Kid finds Freddy's hilarious. Hilarity ensues. Problems. One of the problems in creating a modern day story with an old Freddy setting is finding a way to connect the protagonist to the restaurant, finding a reason for them to be there, and finding a reason for them to stay. The problem here was that the reason for this kid to go to Freddy's and have misadventures was too contrived and too forced. Verdict, not a bad setup, but it just didn't work. If I don't care about the characters, then there's a good chance no one else either. Pass. This was going to be the screenplay for a while because it didn't have any serious flaws. I ultimately just decided it wasn't good enough though. The Ghost Tracker screenplay. Basic setup. A group of amateur ghost trackers sneak into the abandoned Freddy's. Problems. Although a very common sense setup for this sort of movie, problem again arose about how to give characters a connection to Freddy itself. What ended up happening was too much of the story went to their own backstories and their own hardships, and it took the spotlight away from the story of Freddy's. Verdict: a stronger connection between protagonist and Freddy's was needed less than the insane screenplay. Basic setup: another Ghost Tracker variation. This one involved the Funtime animatronics, underground ball pit tunnels, and a marionette out for revenge. Problems: as some other screenplays ventured too far into adventure, this one went too far to action. Verdict: too all over the place with too many characters doing things. The Mike screenplay. Basic setup: this makes sense. Why didn't I think of this before? Problems: actually, this is a good mix. It has the best pieces from all the previous screenplays. Not really any problems here. All the right characters, all the right motivations, all the right stakes. Verdict: yeah, we're going with this one. It's fun, it's scary, and it has a great central story. Alright, so into the bad news. The bad news is that there won't be any more screenplays to add to this list. So we're officially making the Mike screenplay. Filming starts in spring. Yay. So yeah, he's starting filming in spring next year. So gonna be excited
Oh,
for
not
that
this
movie.
spring?
I'm not sure. Oh, maybe actually this year. Cause he didn't say like next year, right? So I'm not
Mhm.
even sure. Right?
Yeah. What I think would be a good idea, but I don't think like he's making a different like he's making a movie with a different storyline to the series. But what I think would be a cool idea, which might even be better, might be worse, I don't know. Is Scott Cawthon should make it so that um the so he has like a Harry Potter or like a Karate Kid or like a Star Wars type of set of sequels. So for example, he has one movie like FNAF 1, so it's like about the Bite of 87. It introduces the series, like that kind of stuff. And then like I don't know, a year after he releases FNAF 2, the movie talks about what happened to the first location. The second one starts up again, and we see the new set of characters plus the old ones. And then FNAF 3, the phone guy's gone. It's now the surfing dude. All the animatronics burnt,
Surfing dude.
and you know, I feel like that would be a really cool kind of setting of like a series, because it's like it's the video games but into the movies. That would be really cool, because
Yeah.
like Karate Kid, like Star Wars, like I think I mentioned um, Harry Potter, and Terminator was a big one too. All of those movies, they stretch through time. Like Star Wars went from like the 70s to the 80s. Karate Kid went from like the early 80s to the late 90s. Terminator especially had its first movie in 19, I think 85, I think 1986, I think 1986. And then the last like of I'm not talking like the new Terminators, I'm talking like the original ones. The last original film was like 1991. So number like the first movie, Terminator 1, was 18. Fuck, why do I keep saying 18? 1986. Then the second one was 6 years later, and then the third one was like almost into the 2000s, I think. So with that span, it led so much more hype, because it was like, yo, it's been 6 years since the Terminator like movie came out. So there's a lot of hype. So I feel like that would be a really good idea if he like, because this way, if he has so many films, like he could have, like if he starts now with the amount of video games he has out, and like the new one coming out, he can be done next decade with the amount of movies that he can create. Like, and imagine the amount of money he can make. Like if he signs a brand deal with like a sort of like a producing like set or something, dude, that would be such a good idea. But instead he's making a new story with the movie, so hopefully that's cool.
Yeah. I agree with you. That would be cool. He's taking it like so seriously. Like you saw, like he like rejected so
Yeah.
many screenplays. So, but I expect it to be a good movie because I know he makes incredibly good games.
You and me gotta see it. It's gonna be out after COVID, hopefully.
Yeah. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Good job, Scott Cawthon. It's like, oh my, I'm excited. Both the game and the film. He just like, I like how he joked out with like the bad news. Like, it's literally,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
No.
Well,
Like,
it's not a bad.
it's like it should have been out like this year, right? The movie.
I don't know. He was like so silent about it for like so like I think I don't even know how long. 3 years, 2.
Yeah. Justin's having trouble.
But,
Coming back
yeah.
on. He's saying his computer's being weird. He sent me. There's a photo. What? I don't know. Okay. Trying to think. Yo, should we continue or should we wait for him? What do you think?
You choose, not me.
I'll ask him. I'll give him a call. I'll give him a freaking call. Dude, I'm so excited for COVID to be over, though. Like, honestly, I have a list. I literally have a list right here of the amount of stuff I want to do, dude. It's gonna be so much fun. Hopefully, it's like in the summertime when I have like the opportunity to do that freely. But yeah. Okay, let's see Justin. There's some pretty funny stuff on there, and there's some pretty important stuff on there too. And it's just about fun. All of it has to do with something about fun. So, especially, yo, you're on the podcast right now, but we're just wondering, should we continue or should we wait?
Just honestly continue, because my computer, like, I have no idea what's happening. I'm on, like, I have good internet, but for some reason it's like Discord. I've restarted my computer, like refreshed the test and everything, and like none of it is like, I don't know, it's just not working.
If you have it on your phone, you can join on that if you want.
I think I don't know if I have storage, because I don't have Discord on my phone. I don't think I have storage on it.
Okay. You could always get it for like a tablet or something if you have that. You don't need to, but it's just ideas.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll try to like keep going, but I don't know if I.
Alright.
Yeah, just keep going. Then if I can join, I'll come in.
Oh, you have it on Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you have the app? Oh, I guess you don't.
No,
Does is it just the Discord site that's not working, or is it like anything on Chrome?
let me just try searching something out. I think it's just like my Chrome in general, just being super slow.
That's weird. Okay. Well, that's weird. Okay. Well, I guess we could continue if that's cool. Okay. Alright. See you soon, hopefully.
No,
Okay, bye.
Justin.
He'll be back. I know he will.
Yeah.
He'll sort it out. Okay, so I guess it's just you and me. You better not leave me. We've already had 2 people leave. Okay, so I got some topics.
Okay, I got that good Wi-Fi.
That's what we like to hear. Okay. So this is okay. Look at this.
Let's see this, man. What the? What?
Thoughts on this?
So the guy on the left is named Adolf Hitler, and then Adolf Hitler is on the right. So they have the same names.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. I don't think that's legal in some parts of the world. This guy's from like Africa, so he won.
What are the chances, bro?
He won like a municipal election or something.
He must have done that on purpose.
What do you mean? Like, done what?
Change his name.
Changed his name so that's not his birth name?
No. What are the chances you have the name?
Well,
That name.
his last name could have been Hitler, and then his parents' name. I don't know, dude.
Bruh.
The politician named after Nazi leader sweeps to victory, but promises, "I'm not striving for world domination." Oh, he wins as a party leader.
Bro, this must be a meme. There's no.
No, I think this is by Tim Stickings for Mail Online. This was yesterday. Dude, this is Namibia. That's in Africa.
Okay, it is actually true. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not true because I found this on the Discord of Bathrobe Dwayne's thing. So, you know how they are. They don't give a fuck. But, yeah. So party
City.
after Nazi leader sweeps to victory but promises, "I'm not striving for world domination." Dude, this is he looks like mean in the photo, dude. He looks mean. He's giving a little lip there, as you can see. He's like, like kind of like he's got the lip going, and like, dude, I'm not trying to be, I'm not gonna say that. He just looks very mean, like. So, no, I'm sure he's a nice guy if he says, "I'm not striving for world domination." But, which is a very harsh topic, and especially when it comes to Hitler and world history. But, yeah, when someone says that, I'm sure they might not be a nice person. This guy could be racist. This guy could hate Chinese people or something. I don't know. Or Asian people, I should say. But, in this photo, he doesn't look appealing, is what I'm trying to say. But, good job for winning the election. So, I think it's municipal government, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, so that's my topic.
Nice.
Imagine he says that, and then it's just like, he tries to... He starts in Africa slowly. Africa is I think the biggest continent in the world, dude. So they have all of the Middle East and Nigeria, and I'm not gonna say the other one. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah. Do you have any more topics?
No.
No. Oh, okay. I guess I can go on a little bit of a roll here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is this, dude? Oh, okay. We're not gonna. Okay, so, why would I want to stream this? Okay, we got, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. happened this week, and, I gotta stop watching boxing, because every time I do, and I cheer for someone, they either like lose or no, they just don't win. Everyone I cheer for in boxing, they don't win. I cheer for Logan Paul, he ties. I cheer for Logan Paul again, he loses. I cheer for Nate Robinson, he loses, which I'll talk about in a minute. I cheer for Anderson Gibb, he loses. I cheer for Mike Tyson, he ties. Like, I gotta stop, dude. Like, and then. So it's a draw, but I watched the fight like on YouTube after. I can't really do it now because I don't have like much space. Like I'm not walking. But to sum it up, like as I'm sitting on my desk, like Mike Tyson, the whole like fight, he was like this, like he looked steady, and like he was like it's Mike Tyson, like he was throwing quick jabs. But as of Roy Jones Jr., I was looking at him. He had his hands like all the way down here, like he was like almost going like this, like if he was in the UFC and like blocking like a low kick to the body. But he had his hands like all the way down here, and what he was doing was he had a really weird tactic. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. He would go like this and then just like get away, or like he would just like completely lean back and go like that and like shift over. It was really weird. I don't know if I should show highlights. Maybe we'll see. But back to this. It looked like Mike Tyson won, but you know, it's a tie. It's freaking bullshit, dude. But
There should be no such thing as a tie. Not nice. It's either win or lose. Like, bruh.
it's very rare to see ties in boxing. Yet twice out of like I don't watch boxing that often. It's a great sport. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't watch it that often because it costs like most of the time it costs more than it costs money, and I pay like I have cable and that. So if it's on cable and I'm like, you know, I don't watch
What,
cable
you
that
have
often.
Cable?
I don't watch it that often, but when I'm on cable for whatever reason, I might just watch like whatever's on. So if there's boxing, sure. Like if I'm in a hotel room and I use the TV if that's on. Like I've done that when I'm with my cousins or something, because it's fun sport to watch. You know, it's like exciting, but I don't like watch it that much for like. I'm not saying I don't watch it for fun. I just don't watch it that often. So, but when I do, it doesn't. I've never cheered for someone that's won. So, that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, it's a really good sport. I really like boxing. I'm currently looking to take. It's actually on my COVID list. I forgot to put it down. I want to take some sort of martial arts or some sort of combat like sport. So I might take boxing after COVID. I might take karate. That's like a big thing because I have two friends that are in one of our local like karate dojos, and they really like it there, and they're telling me about it. So I might join that. And there's a lot of kids my age that are like just starting. I might do that. I might join like Griffin's boxing. I might do. I have a buddy that is like an extra. I cannot speak right now. Holy. My mouth's getting like really watery. He's an instructor at like the UFC gym. I might do that. I think the only thing I'm not really like open to is wrestling. But that's a part of like UFC. But I don't know. Maybe Taekwondo. You know, I know I should ask Justin about that because he took Taekwondo and Chris takes Taekwondo. But it's like one of my friends that takes karate. I was like, what's better, Taekwondo or karate? He's like, he's Iranian, has a accent. He's like, Taekwondo, all they do is kick. I was like, they just kick? He's like, yeah. And then I was like, he's like, if karate versus Taekwondo, the karate would win. Taekwondo, they just kick. I was like, okay. So yeah, because I guess that's a lot about Taekwondo. But you know, you see, if you look at the UFC, there's a lot of people in the UFC that are Asian. Like, there's a lot of South Koreans. There's like some Japanese, but it's heavily south on the South Korean side when it comes to Asian people, because you know they got karate, they got Taekwondo, so they're used to like that type of fighting. And Americans are in the UFC, a lot of them, because it's like UFC is an American institution. There's some Canadians, and there's also a lot of Brazilians, but I'm not sure how to explain why there's a lot of Brazilians. Like, is there something I'm missing? Like, did they do something? I don't know. But I guess next topic, what do we got? Okay, I don't want to show that because that's my school. Wait, is that all? Oh, wait, okay, we're not going to show that. I was listening to this on SoundCloud. This is like...
Let's hear.
You want to hear it? Probably not copy strike.
Oh, let's go.
Hi, this is Bathrobe Dwayne. Just wanted to say thank you for checking out the stream. Glad you enjoyed the content. But what do you think about this?
It's a pretty good intro.
My balls with pink sparkles on them. What the fuck? Are you fucking with my dick right now? Are you sucking my balls?
Nice little transition there. But yeah, I just was looking at this, and this is a very interesting image here. British Columbia, Canada. I was watching his stream, and this guy called in. He's like, "I'm from frickin' Canada, homie," and he was like, "Oh, I'm so spite." Like he was like, he seemed pretty positive, and he plays Guitar Hero. Like, a lot of these are from like Guitar Hero songs and stuff, which is pretty cool. Guitar Hero is a pretty good game. But yeah, okay, I'm not gonna. And then this is what he used. McDonald's in the background, dude. Yeah. So wait, what if I Oh, I can make him replace Justin. Like, I'm on Discord right now, so you just see him like that. You know, he replaces Justin. Like, yo, we had this guy on the on the podcast. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. He's okay. That's all of my. I have one discussion topic, but I really want to. Wait, what was I? What did I say that we could talk about as a discussion later on? We were with Justin, and he brought up some. It was with Quinn as well. I was like, we can talk about that later or something as a discussion. Do you remember?
I wasn't here.
You weren't? Oh, I thought you were. Okay.
I was setting up my curtain.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call Justin because what I want to talk. It has to do with Dwayne. Bathrobe Dwayne. It's very funny, but I want him to be here to hear it because I know he will like it. Okay, I called him 15 minutes ago, so hopefully he's a bit more sorted out. He hasn't missed too much. He already knew about the fight, so, and the other one was different.
Fight or flight?
Yo, you're on the podcast right now. We're just wondering, you're on the podcast right now. I was just wondering what's like your situation like right now.
I can't go on my computer. It says the site can't be reached. My camera is off. I know, it's just not working, so I can't join back in.
Okay. I was about to talk about this. I had a discussion point. I wanted to, so I think because it's a really good discussion, I want to keep you on the call, because I wanted you to hear this. So you're on the podcast, so yeah, they can hear you. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So this discussion happened on the weekend with Bathrobe Dwayne. He was taking call-ins for like the first time in a while.
Colin.
No, call-ins, not call-in. And so he was taking those, and people were calling him, and he mentioned in the stream, you know, I might bring it up because it was pretty funny. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to talk about it. So he was getting, he got this, I don't know how he found this out, but someone like hacked his phone and made his voicemail. They changed his voicemail and put like the N-word. So you know the Keemstar meme where it's like Keemstar like nah or whatever, like he's saying it. Yeah, so they put that as his voicemail, like the Keemstar saying the N-word. And he tried to, like, you know in voicemail how you have like a password? He tried to go in and change the password, but they changed the password so he couldn't get back in. And they had he didn't know how this happened, and someone that called in said, "Oh yeah, I did it." He's like, "How did you do that, dude?" He's like, "I cloned your SIM card." He's like, "You can do that?" He's like, "Yeah, I know how to clone SIMs. I'm not gonna explain it because it's highly illegal, but." He's like, "It was easy as fuck. Like, you're such a retard." He's like, "Okay." And then, so, and I was sitting there. I'm like, dude, I've seen that shit in James Bond. I did not realize that was actually a real thing. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but you'd have to be in like a local area. You'd have to, dude. So, what happened was, he goes to the AT&T store, his provider, and he's like, and all the people that were working there. Luckily for him, I'm being sarcastic when I say that, lucky for him, they were all black. All the workers that were there, they were all black. So, and then he's like, "Look guys, I have a serious problem. Like, I'm not racist, but I need like, someone hacked my voicemail and they changed it, and they're like, what?" And then he played it for them, and then they were all laughing. They're playing it over and over again. And Dwayne brought his like dad that was apparently like high on crack or something at the time, and he sat down in like the seat like to wait at the AT&T store, and he sharted, and it was like really loud. So he's like, and then his dad is like, his dad's like, hi. So his dad's like, oh, I think I might need a new phone too. And then he's like, Dad, get out of the store right now. Like, leave. So he got his dad out of the store. He's like shitting himself in the car or something like that. And yeah, this is all being like put on stream. And he was at the store, and they were trying to like get into the voicemail. They were trying to get into the voicemail, but they couldn't because of the password change, right? And they're trying to like bypass that shit or whatever, and they couldn't. So like after an hour, they're like, look, man, we can give you a new phone number. And then he's like, what? Like, I've been waiting like an hour, and you can't like get in there. You can't like change it. You can't just reset the password. He's like, they're saying, dude, that's on Apple's end. You're gonna have to contact them, and they're not easy to deal with. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go home and like try it myself, which I don't know why. He went home and he tried to change it, but he couldn't. So he went back to the store. They gave him the new phone number, and the phone number is such a piece of shit. Apparently, he's getting like he's getting a FaceTime call from some kid in like Puerto Rico or from like some third world country or something. And I'm not saying I'm not looking down at Puerto Rico saying it is a third world country, but it's a second world country. But the amount of hurricanes they've had there, it's probably a fourth world country. But that's not what. So I'm saying, like, there's this guy, these kids from like, yeah, that type of place, that call him like on a FaceTime call, and then they're just like, meh, and then he's like, how do you have my number, kid? Like. And then he just hangs up, and he's getting these weird calls, right, with his new number. And then he's getting all these spam texts like, AT&T is giving away a new laptop. Come to the pier at 4 p.m. to get $5 off a bloomin' onion. Or I think there's one like, this is your last chance to vote for Donald Trump. Or like, thanks for voting, love ya. And there's also a really weird one, and I laughed so hard at this. It was like, try CBD pre-workout as like a new, and I'm like, it's like, is that like saying like having heroin pre-workout? Like, like that's like you're gonna get like high, like start like you're lifting like hamburgers, like, I don't get that. Like, what is CBD pre-workout? I think I searched it up at one point. It was like a stimulant or something, so I get that. Or it's like something to calm you down or something. CBD pre-workout. Yo, who would take CBD pre-workout? Hey, want some heroin before you work out?
It's like the shit in weed, and pre-workouts to make you like really like it's like to make you have like a better lift. And so imagine it's like you go on a lift, right, and then you're just high as hell. Like, what are you gonna do, bro?
Yeah, you're like a bench pressing hamburgers or something.
Yeah. You're gonna like die or something.
Yeah, exactly. So he was getting, and his grandma called him when he had this number, and his grandma was like, "Who is that weird man on the phone?" And so he had to convince his grandma that it was the wrong number, cause it went to voicemail, and all you hear was nah, nah, nah. And so imagine one of your like our grandmas or grandpas calling us, and they hear that, right? Like if my grandma or grandpa did that, they probably think it's the wrong number, but they heard Keemstar on the voicemail. So yeah, that's that. I wanted to call because I thought you would enjoy that discussion. What do you guys think? Who wants to go first? Cause it's kind of, we're not on the same call, so it's weird. Like ET, do you want to share your thoughts on that?
Cool.
Dude, what do you think about the cloning the SIM card?
Nice.
Dude, that's like James Bond shit. Like,
Yeah.
is that real? Like, can you actually do that?
I mean, he did it, so.
Yeah. Justin, what do you think?
I think it's crazy. Like, I couldn't hear ET, but it's crazy.
Yo,
like,
Justin!
how the hell can
Justin!
It's crazy that people can like do that stuff. Like, Bro, and Dwayne, I feel bad for him because all of his stuff gets like doxed. You know what I mean? Like his address, his phone number, his like
Don't get doxed,
pretty
bro.
much. And now, like instead of having just like a normal phone number, now he has like some weird people calling him. So
Whoa,
Yeah.
what is
I mean that kind of sucks.
Bro, what's that sound?
I still don't get like how people can like.
Bro, what's
call
that
me
sound?
You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
didn't even know that was a thing. That,
yeah, I did. I saw that in like James Bond once. I swear, like
yeah.
it's cloning a SIM card, dude. How much time does someone have on their hands?
I know. It's just what I say. It's like, geez, someone has way too much time on their hands.
And Bathrobe Dwayne's not like an insane like celebrity or anything. Like,
Yeah, he's
Bro,
not like a
he's so
celebrity.
insane, bro.
Like,
Bro,
he's just a
Bathrobe
guy
Dwayne-
with this YouTube who's like,
yeah, he works at a bar in Daytona, dude.
yeah.
Why
Yeah,
would
Daytona
why
Beach.
would anyone want to like do? I feel bad.
Daytona
Yeah.
Beach.
Imagine his phone is using like some like cartel or something, and that's why they have his number.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the money? And he's like, what? And you do that?
Yeah.
These little kids are like a part of the cartel somehow.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Justin, do you remember when we had Quinn on? We were discussing something, and I said, I remember the Charlie D'Amelio with the vape thing.
Oh,
Okay, ET, you don't have any more topics, do you?
No.
I don't either, so I guess this will be our last one.
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep Justin on the phone for this. So, Charlie D'Amelio apparently, like, vapes. Like, I got this from ET. The big question is, do we care?
No.
No, yeah,
No.
I don't care. But the reason I'm bringing it up is to talk about how, like, people are caring. So, like, there's little kids, or, like, a lot of little kids look up to Charlie D'Amelio. If I'm honest, I'm not sure why. Probably because she's a teenager, and she's on a platform where a lot of, like, little kids are on. I'm not saying TikTok is for little kids, I'm just saying a lot of little kids use TikTok. So I get why they could look up to her, I guess. But that's like, I guess with like I saw a video like a TikTok or something. It was like what the boys look up to, and it's like the Sidemen, Logan Paul, like all those guys, like all the boys, like famous YouTubers. And then what the girls look up to, it's like I Has Cupcake or whatever her name is. What's the girl? Sniper Wolf. And then there's like Charlie D'Amelio, those guys. So it's like, I guess if there was a boy equivalent of Charlie D'Amelio, I guess I can see that like being a thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she vapes, because first of all, I don't care, because it's like her body. She's like, she's like what, 16? Is she 18? Do you know?
I don't even know.
I feel like she's
15.
15? Oh, jeez. I thought she was like 16.
I thought she was like 7.
Oh no, okay. She's 16 now.
She's 16, okay. So, she's not old enough to vape, but, you know, that's like an age where people vape. So, you know, that's pretty expected that she would do that type of stuff. So, I don't know why people care. It's like, dude, no one, like, who cares? It's just, you know, it's just someone's, you know, belief or personality about them. So, it's like, I don't know. Also, like, Addison Rae is dating, like, that Bryce Hall dude. I saw this,
Yeah.
like, I don't know why I saw this. I don't
I
care.
Saw it.
Like,
I saw that.
yeah, like, I mean, Addison Rae, like, I watched one of her YouTube videos, because I saw she had, like, a YouTube channel, and I was like,
Yes, I saw that, bro. The one
Yeah.
in the gym.
the one in the gym? No, I saw something else.
Oh,
I saw, like, well, she was at her house or something, but, I think I saw, did you watch the one with, like, I looked at her channel, did you watch, like, the Q&A or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, but I watched, like, a different one, and she sounds like, I did not know what she, like, sounded like, so it caught me off guard, because, like, I've only seen her dancing, dude, you know, and I don't know why, I get
Addison Rae.
yeah, I get recommended videos on Instagram, like, I don't care, but, I heard her voice for, like, the first time. I was like, okay, you know, I'm surprised I haven't heard that before. But yeah, if she's dating Bryce Hall, dude, fuck you, Bryce Hall. Like, dude, I'm not gonna fight you, like, but, like, I don't wanna say, I swear, he's gonna think I'm like a clout chaser if I say that. But no, I don't like Bryce Hall. I've talked about this before. He's a dumbass. But I'm not gonna like start anything. But Addison Rae seems like a dumbass too. But I don't know enough of her, so I can't say. So dumbass plus dumbass equals dumbass. So I get why they would be dating. But yeah. So back to the Charlie D'Amelio thing. It's whatever. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I don't care. What I mean? It's just no one cares, dude. And dude, so many people in my school have a date for free. It's just I don't know. I mean, I guess she has a platform and stuff, but I don't know. I also heard somewhere that she has 100 million followers now.
Yep.
She just reached.
Oh my, that's crazy. That's that's
TikTok.
PewDiePie's. Oh my god, that's
That's
wow.
and she, if you
No,
think about it, she
100 mil for just.
TikTok, not that long ago.
Yeah, not that. She got 100 million in a couple months. Well, PewDiePie got 100 million in 12 years. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's insane.
That's almost adequate. I feel like that's not fair because
She didn't
she's
even do anything.
yeah, exactly. She's just dancing.
She's 16.
Yeah, fuck.
So it's good, I guess. If she likes it or whatever. But imagine there's another thing. I think I was watching another podcast where they're talking about this sort of thing, because she reached 100 million or whatever, and they're saying a lot of people because she makes YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's whatever she does, she gets criticized for it, you know what I mean? And it's when you're 16 and 17 and a teenager, you know what I mean? You're just going through a bunch of stuff, with school, friends, and just experimenting with all that stuff. And and then, you know what I mean? And then to have the pressure of 100 million people watching every move you do.
Oh, she vapes.
What?
Oh, she vapes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then she gets such bad backlash for it. I mean, if she wants to do it, you know what I mean?
Her parents
go ahead.
probably saw that,
Yeah. But
Charlie, do you want to tell us something? No.
Did she put it on her TikTok though? If you put a video of it, yeah, I can kind of see where that's bad. But if she doesn't, then no, who cares?
ET, do you know?
Hmm?
Do you know if she was vaping on a TikTok video, or how? You told me that it was there was smoke coming out of her mouth or something.
It was a theory that they saw her vape coming out of her mouth.
That's a
But
stretch.
here, look,
It's
look at
winter
this.
time. Okay, let's see.
Sure.
Black Lives. Oh, she's.
If it will focus.
Oh,
it's
108 or something.
102.
102 million, dude.
Okay, there, now
Holy.
you can see it.
Holy crap, man. Wow.
102.
Wow.
For just dancing. And she got
Just dancing,
a huge house
yeah.
just for dancing.
Just for dancing? Wait, do they get paid for doing TikToks? They have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a creator fund.
Yeah, so it's you get a big ass house for doing a little dance for 10 seconds. Dude, she's. Oh my god.
You know what's funny? How you remember Vine, right?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Vine never got to the level of TikTok did.
Oh,
I remember
no.
it was big, but people weren't literally living off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, King Batch and those guys were just doing it as a little, a little free time kind of thing. It was
and I think they did make money a little bit, probably.
yeah, because I think it was associated with Facebook or something. It was a Facebook video, also a Vine,
Yeah.
or Twitter or something. I don't know. But
I know. I still can't believe that. You know what I mean? It's but it's so new. It kind of it's not as stable, I guess, as some other platforms. If you think about YouTube, that's why a lot of the TikTokers trying to crawl or branch out, because
Yeah.
it's an unreliable app. There's so many talks about everyone oh, Trump's going to ban it, or
yeah, because of China. Yeah, because
China or something.
yeah,
that.
people like
But
Bryce
it's,
Hall are moving to YouTube and
yeah, and trying to branch out and stuff, and diversify
as their escape.
stuff. I mean, it's just weird, yeah, and it makes sense, because I would, if I was in the same position, I'd probably do the same thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
So it's just it's crazy to me that in a year, 100 million, she could have 100 million followers off of 10-second videos of her dancing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's just crazy. Yeah.
Jeez. Well, ET, any more thoughts?
I will never follow Charlie D'Amelio on anything, and I don't think anything will change that.
Damn. Do you not like her?
No, not at all. Like Dixie or like Addison Rae, no.
Do you want to say why?
Like,
Just
it's
their
so
personality.
cringy.
Just yeah.
It's so cringy.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. It's almost like they don't deserve it, but like, what makes them deserve it? You know? Because they obviously people like them. They have 100 million followers. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's a weird thought. Like, what like appeals? Like, what makes her have 100 million followers? Because it's just her dancing. Like, what's appealing to that? I'm not. If you like to watch her do TikTok dances, I'm not blaming you for that. I'm not. That's your personal choice of how to, like, you know, watch entertainment. I probably watch entertainment that you don't like, you know, whatever. But I'm just trying to understand, like, the appealment behind that, or like the you know, what makes people like it. I don't know. I don't know anyone that does like it. I don't think I do. So, you know, I can't like ask you, or I can't ask ET like, yo, why do you guys like watching D'Amelio? Because you guys don't, right? So it's weird. I can't really get to the bottom of it unless we have a guest on here that likes that stuff. Maybe we can get a girl on here. Yeah, all the girls we've asked have said no to the podcast. Come on. Yeah, whatever. But
It's okay. We'll find the one.
yeah, we'll find the one. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's all. So Justin, I'll hang up and
Yeah.
I'll do outro. Or should I? Just,
Alright.
All right. Sucks that you can't get your computer to work. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Justin.
kind of sucks. I don't know why. It's still like, if I turn it on, like I turned it off, but if I turn it on, like it's still the like past little.
I just thought something really funny. Imagine you're trying to fix it, and then all of a sudden it does what happened to Raph's thing.
Yeah, it just breaks it. Oh my god.
That'd be funny. Yo, if I was like, apparently his was really loud, right? Like, yo, imagine it was just.
Yeah, he like hit it, and it just like and then he's like, oh my god, guys, look what happened, and he's like laughing, and I'm like, how are you so like calm? Like, how are you like laughing? I would literally be like, oh like, I'm dead. Like, I'm actually dead. My parents would kill me because that's like the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
He was like laughing, and he's like, ha 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 ha. And then the teacher like raps, so drawing attention to yourself. And then he's like, go sit at the back, you can't do it. And Rap was just like laughing and smiling and stuff. I'm like, how are you like?
Maybe it's a
that calm?
nervous laughter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Rap thought of it as a joke. He's like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
So funny.
Were you in that class too?
Yeah, me, E.T., quiz.
Damn. Raph, Parsa.
Parsa's not in it, though.
Oh. Damn. Alright, well, I'll talk with you later, Justin. Good night.
Alright. You know.
Okay, bye. And E.T. left too. So. Oh, E.T., you're back. I was about to just.
Yeah.
I just said to them. I'm the last one. I was the last one. Alright, well, let's stop recording. It's this one. Oh, I have to hold shift? No, I can't. I just press it. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, Justin's not here. I'll do outro. This has been the Podcast Boys, episode 29. Justin might have said 28. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Follow the Instagram.
Yeah.
And we'll do a giveaway at 100 followers. So, yeah. Bye.